Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Nikos and quite happy, obviously. I did an Instagram story this week. What I'm really happy about is that we finally have actually paid off the Amazon loan. And yeah, basically I just thought a quick video in regards to the pros, the cons even, of this Amazon loan. Obviously, I was very excited, and I've got the video there for us where it says, well, Amazon offered me 33,500K. So what happens is if they can actually see the activity in your account and the revenue going higher and higher, Amazon will offer you loans, okay, from time to time. Sometimes they take it away. So say, for example, I had 45,000 in last week, and now I've only got 7,000 from a company called Ulend, so I wouldn't even do that. In the slightest, I went directly with Amazon Lending. So just to give you a bit of an idea in regards to the numbers, okay, I'm just going to have them there and there. So we've got 33.5 over 12 months that I had to pay. The interest over the 12 months was 2,027.80, and that is exactly the amount I actually paid on interest. I didn't miss a single payment with that. Interest rate was 10.99. Ideally, not ideally, sorry. At the moment in time, I believe that you probably get 14.99. I don't think you can get that low. Total payments and fees, obviously, hence the 2,027.80, and the regular payment amount was 2,160.65 pence. So any loan repayments, any late loan repayments was 12.99, but we didn't have any late repayments, so therefore, literally that's how much it cost me. It cost me 2,027.80 to borrow 33.5K. That's how much it cost me for us, and I guess the question, the reason as to why, first of all, I'm never going to take another Amazon loan. I don't believe I'm going to take another Amazon loan for my business. Well, it was scary, not scary. It was weird how, first of all, okay, like let's go from having teaching for 10 years. Okay, we dropped teaching for 10 years. We're at 41K a year. We know exactly what we're going to get paid. To suddenly switching, doing Amazon, so do OA and RA, then seeing a few videos from Ben Alistair, okay, doing FBA private label. And I thought, well, let's jump on it. So I took the loan out in September, just at the end of September. And at the beginning of October, I started already thinking about private label. So I guess the reason for me as to why I'm never going to get an Amazon loan ever again, long story short, is I changed the business model. Okay, so say for example, I was buying stuff from China that has taken 2 months to actually get here, and that money was tied up on that amount. I reckon if I was continuing to do the RA and OA model, I would actually done pretty well, to be honest. Okay, but after January, I started investing more and more of the money that I was actually receiving into stock from China. Okay, private label. Obviously, you can see the numbers there. Okay, I think I did previous. Let's have a quick look. Also, what we've got it here. Sorry, for some reason I couldn't actually select properly, and then I selected it now. It's just loading the data for us, so we're going to figure it out. So yeah, clearly the fat of the Amazon loan. You can see here from our SKUFI dashboard, we had 65,000 revenue and 10K profit for the month of December, which is quite a nice amount. Yeah, not gonna lie, making 10K in 1 month was brilliant, but that was very much an influence of having that 33.5K loan, because really with the private label we spent maybe 2,000 of that for Chinese stock. But now we've got to this stage where we've actually spent 27K on private label. So yes, that's the reason as to why for me it was a bit difficult, because I was using my revenue. So instead of actually making purchases that I would actually see the return on, worst case scenario, really, it would be about 40 days, worst case scenario. Now I was actually not getting the items until what, 60 days. Yeah, 60. I wasn't getting the items until 60 days, and then obviously you've got to advertise it. You've got to do apologies, you've got to advertise, you've got to spend the time making the pictures, yeah, and so on, trying to build the listing, get the reviews, pay for reviews. So I guess that's the massive reason for us So yeah, the problem we had is that we're actually using the revenue not to constantly feed the beast, really the Amazon beast. We're actually feeding it to create a business. That's the difference with us. And yeah, I guess that's the main reason as to why I wouldn't actually do it. And I guess the other thing, okay, so obviously I'm trying to be as open as possible when I can here and running the business, because we are running a business that's actually paying the bills, plain and simple, okay? Running a business, paying the bills, paying for the little one's food, paying for us, paying for the mortgage. It's not just a hobby anymore, okay? It is a business. And then when me taking the loan, I ended up actually getting a crazy amount of profit. But at the time, I didn't really have any major outgoings. I didn't have an employee. I wasn't really paying myself a proper salary, really even, because I didn't actually start paying myself a salary till what, November? So you got to be thinking we had from May until November again that we had zero outgoings. So when it came to January and actually had to file my corporation tax, I was shocked that I had to pay 7K. Because I just wasn't ready. Okay, I wasn't ready to actually run the business properly, and it wasn't in the back of my head. Obviously, yes, having a 7K tax bill that you've got to pay means your business is doing quite well. You've got the profit, but I wasn't savvy. I wasn't savvy enough with the tax. Okay, this is why I am going to make sure that we've got different purchases done this year before we go the next financial year. Potentially even get like a company vehicle. A bit of a treat for myself. Why not? But yeah, I'm just being a lot smarter in regards to what I'm doing. The Amazon loan, first of all, unfortunately for you guys, due to the climate and economic climate, there's no way going to get a 10.9. I imagine it's got to be 14.99. At least that was the loan offer that I got last time at the 45K. For me, it's such a weird one, okay? Because obviously they've got positive and negatives. You could, in theory, smash it all the way through Q4 and pay off early, because there's no late payments. You can actually pay it off early for us. But if you're trying to do it over the year, due to the fact that my revenue wasn't that high up, really, if you actually seen the videos, and I'm always doing the videos, the average was around 10K, 10 to 12K maybe revenue. So 3K of that. So 25% really most of the time was going into Amazon. So I didn't have any breathing room, really, any breathing room for mistakes, in all honesty, throughout the year. Luckily, I've got an Amex, which I pay off every month. Of course, I pay it off every month, but it just gives me a bit of a break, really. And this is why you should, and this is not financial support, but you should really have a corporate credit card working for yourselves, just gives a bit of breathing space. It's a weird one. It's a weird one because yes, of course, it's helped me to get that 10K. It's helped me actually do like a crazy year. So let's put the last 365 days. Okay, last 365 days, we've sold 311,000. Yeah, we've made 47K profit. Yeah, on the last 365 days. Okay, so this is basically how long the loan has actually been really lovely, because we only paid it this week. So in a year, we've made 47K. As a salary as a teacher was 41K, and now we've got 47K with 2 days a week, which is mad. Okay, the previous year before that was 138K. So while I was working as a teacher, so it'd be quite interesting to figure out what the next calendar year will actually be for us too. But yeah, I mean, what's going to be changing? Let's have a quick look over the last 90 days. Let's say, for example. So my ROI, I'm just looking throughout the year, my ROI looked at 18%. Now it's already at 90. For us, the last 30 days, the ROI should be a bit higher too. Again, 20's gone to. Actually, I know why it's gone down to that. It's because we've actually tried to clear some stock that we had for a whole year. And I didn't mind freeing up 500 quid and losing £2.50, if that makes sense. Just trying to get the money back for ourselves, because I had a lot of stock that it just simply wasn't good enough, or I bought at the wrong price. Because I guess that's one of those things. But whether doing OA or doing RA, people can overbuy and buy you out, basically. So I'm just looking at my dashboard. Okay, so SKU5 has picked up another sale, which is quite nice. Yeah, the positives to summarize is yes, of course, you can actually have a great boost to your company. You can make a crazy return for the Q4 period. But really, to maximize that, you need to make sure that you're able to actually spend that loan on day 1 or day 2. Yeah, really to maximize everything you can, spend the loan, yeah, and then actually see if you can overpay it. So again, my purchasing ability at the time wasn't the highest, yeah. So I did actually find that I wasn't actually spending the whole loan out. And again, this is something that I'm learning. That's I guess I'm learning throughout doing this thing that I should have actually been spending it. But in my head, it was like, Nick, have you got enough of that? Nick, have you got enough to actually pay yourself this month? Nick, when's the next corporation tax? And so on. So things that go in your head while running your own business. And because it's not all the smooth sailing. It's not going to be smooth sailing. I don't believe it will be smooth sailing, especially with me now. I've just changed my business model. Obviously, I am doing OA and RA during Q4, but in the back of my head, I'm still thinking like, why just do PL? If the channel was going better, and honestly, if I was able to get from affiliate marketing and the channel, 2 to 3,000, I would actually stop completely doing RA and OA and just focus on private label and build it nice and slowly. But we're not in that stage at the moment in time. Okay. As I said again, I've said it before. The Greek expression for it is Ampinassis piastine, máthe technikiastine, Campinassis piastine, which basically means learn how to do something and forget about it. And if you ever get hungry, pick it up again. That's what it stands for, really. And this is what we're doing, okay? In no stage we're actually struggling to pay the bills or anything because we switched to PL. But I'd be daft not to do what I know best, okay? For me is, I think I make it quite evident in my videos, I love selling toys, yeah. So when's the best time to sell toys? Q4, so hence as to why I'm still going to be doing RA and OA during the Q4 period. But yeah, it's quite nice to see what the new year is going to be, that I'm not going to have the 3K of revenue going to Amazon. It didn't cost a lot, and honestly, it didn't cost a lot. 2K, if you think about it, that the company was able to employ me for the year for 2K, it's not bad. But what was a killer, and honestly, what was a killer was a 3K revenue that they take away each month, because they take priority before anything else, okay? You cannot request a payment early or anything like that. They take priority, so your account balance is not available to actually get put out until they get paid. So, yeah. Happy. And honestly, I'm ecstatic that that's been paid off. Looking forward to this Q4. It's going quite well already. And just looking forward to see how my PL products go through the Q4. Again, I'm learning with that too. But it's fascinating to have made this jump now and not doing it in 3-4 years time. And I imagine myself in 3-4 years time, I'll have my 20 products. I'll making 6K from Amazon, making maybe 2,000 from affiliate marketing in YouTube. What else do I actually need? I don't need more than that. So yeah, quite happy this little side project is doing quite well. Not to mention the amount of time I've owned the little one. I mean, that's just a priority. This is why I'm only working 2 days a week. And honestly, that's why I'm working 2 days a week. I'm happy I'm bringing these numbers out with 2 days a week. I am very happy. And I'm more happy that I'm actually spending so much time on the little one. So yeah, if you like this type of videos, this is what I do. Basically, this is all one take. Apart from when I actually stopped it to figure out what my brother was actually texting me, it's all one take, and I'm just trying to be as open and as honest as possible when it comes to running your own business. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and yeah, let's smash Q4.